Good evening, children of the night. Many people suffer,
afraid to tell their stories.
Encounters remain locked away,
Like skeletons tapping on your closet door.
Join me, Blake Lewis, and my enchanting co-host,
Alicia Jones,
as we continue to delve into darkness, searching
through silence.
You've come back. Just in time for a new Dead Time story. I'll be your host this evening. We here on Searching Through Silence strive to deliver constant paranormal entertainment and are diligently scouring the cryptic corners within the darkness to enlighten all of you with a frightening mix to feed your spiritual fix. Tonight's ghostly tale, you ask? The Bridgewater Witch. In the heart of the misty woods, cradled by the roaming currents of the Bridgewater River, lies a decrepit wooden bridge. Its timber, crawled over with years of moss and decay, carries a tale as old as time. It's a tale that sends shivers down the spines of the town's folks. A tale of the Bridgewater Witch. On nights when the moon hides behind the dark clouds and the wind carries whispers of dread, the townsfolk seal their doors tight. The silence of the night is broken by the distant cry of the woods and the haunting wails of the Bridgewater Witch. It's said that she was a woman of beauty who was accused of witchcraft and was hanged from the very same bridge. Now, she seeks revenge from those who dared to cross her cursed domain. If you dare to brave the darkness and cross over the bridge, your ears would be filled with the chilling echoes of her laughter, a sound that freezes the bravest of hearts. Her eyes, glowing with an unholy light, pierce through the darkness, searing into your soul. Her skin, pale as death itself, glows eerily under the darkened sky. Her hair, a tangled mess, floats around her like a black shroud, and her ragged robes billow in the wind like a specter of doom. She rises from the shadows and glides over the water, her feet barely touching the bridge. Suddenly, she lunges towards you, her hands, skeletal and claw-like, reaching out to drag you into the inky darkness. There's no mercy. She takes you to her den, hidden deep within the woods, a place where the echoes of the past and the stench of fear hang heavily in the air. Inside her den, the walls are adorned with remnants of her victims, and the floor is stained with a history of violence. She dismembers your body with a rusty, jagged knife, her laughter ringing in your ears as your world fades to darkness. The last thing you see before everything goes black is her, bending over your still beating heart, her grotesque smile growing wider as she prepares to consume it. Once consumed, she is rejuvenated, her beauty restored, only to fade again by sunrise. Her curse continues, her spirit trapped within the woods, forever haunting the Bridgewater Bridge, waiting for the next soul daring enough to cross over. For she is the Bridgewater Witch, a nightmare etched into the heart of a town, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the woods at night. Mary Cardwell was a girl of courage and conviction. A realist at heart, she never believed in the ghost stories and fairy tales her townsfolk whispered about. The tale of the Bridgewater Witch was nothing more than an old wives' tale to her. And so, one fateful night, Mary decided to debunk the myth, to cross the bridge and return unscathed, proving once and for all that the witch was merely a figment of fearful imaginations. Armed with nothing but her unwavering bravery, Mary ventured into the eerie woods. The path was unkind, filled with thorn bushes that clawed at her clothes and rugged terrain that threatened to trip her at each step. The moonlight, her only companion, filtered through the gnarled branches, casting long, monstrous shadows that seemed to dance with every gust of wind. As the night grew darker, the silence of the woods was broken by ghostly whispers, sounds of rustling leaves, distant hoots, and twigs snapping, echoing through the trees, each noise amplifying her heartbeat. Yet, Mary pressed on. The eerie cackles started next, floating on the wind like a demented lullaby. Was it her conscience? Was she just merely hearing things? Then the blood-curdling shrieks followed, piercing the quiet night air and resonating through the woods, chilling her to the bone. Despite the fear creeping into her heart, Mary stood her ground. Finally, she reached the infamous bridge. It stood there, a silent monument in the heart of the woods, daring her to cross. Mary had come too far now to turn back. Gathering her courage, Mary took a deep breath and stepped onto the bridge. Suddenly, the darkness at the end of the bridge came alive. Out from the shadows burst the Bridgewater Witch, her eyes ablaze with rage, her mouth twisted into a grotesque grin. Before Mary could react, the witch lunged forward, her skeletal fingers latching onto Mary, dragging her by her ankles as she screamed for mercy into the darkness. The next morning, the townsfolk found Mary's torn dress near the bridge and realized the horrifying truth. Search parties were sent. The woods were combed, but no trace of Mary was found. The girl who didn't believe in ghost stories and fairy tales had become one herself. Her story serves as a chilling reminder of the terror that lurked in their midst. The Bridgewater Witch. Mary Cardwell was never seen again. Her name added to the list of those taken by the witch. Her legend forever echoing within the hushed whispers amongst the cursed townfolk. Sometimes bravery can lead us down dark paths that don't always come with happy endings. Remember, it was curiosity that bewitched the black cat and ultimately led to its excruciating demise. So, before you walk across any bridges in the near future, make sure you keep your senses alert to any stalking hags in the night. Until next time, stay safe, sleep well, and